Hello guys, welcome back once again, and this time around we are going to be talking about another console that basically supports a massive amount of retro games. Now, the Retro Freak was originally basically announced or brought to light about 5 months ago. A lot of people were kind of excited about it because it was basically an alternative to the Retron 5. It's another console that does a bunch of different consoles, but had a couple unique consoles in it that nobody else has done before. So first of all, it supports the Super Nintendo, the Super Famicom, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced, Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive, and then the three that got everybody excited because no other multi-console had them like this before. It also supports the Super Graphics, the PC Engine, and the TurboGrafx 16. So they got everybody pretty stoked for the console. Now the consoles cost about $169.99 and is now available on PlayAsia. Cyber Gadget makes it, but here's the catch. The first batch is already sold out on the website. Basically said due to overwhelming demand, anybody who ordered September 1st who are not in the first batch will automatically get moved to the second batch. If you order after that, will be in the second batch. And they're expecting the second batch to arrive sometime between mid and late December. So if you're interested in one, you're going to have to wait till mid or late December or beyond. That's just the way it's going to work. This thing is in high demand because of its uniqueness. Now, $169.98 is not the only cost for the system, because if you want the Retro Freak control adapter for it, that'll put you back another $54.99. And that supports Super Nintendo, Famicom, PC Engine, and Mega Drive controllers. So if you wanted those, that would be an additional cost. Now, what makes this console so unique, besides all the systems you can play on it, and again, we don't know how they all work. And what I mean by that is, when this Retron 5 originally came out, very early, we found on the NES when people started playing it that it could, at the time, it couldn't support homebrew games or unlicensed Nintendo games. So we don't know what games in the library actually work on all these systems with it, or are there certain games that just don't work or have a lot of problems. Again, we'll have to wait and see on that till it actually comes out. But what's also unique about this is basically, you put the TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine, obviously card slot and game compatibility, but the ability to save the ROMs to an SD card is, again, a pretty cool thing. And the system also has support for the DualShock 3 and the DualShock 4 control pads. Again, kind of cool that you get a retro console system but supports modern controllers in a way. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool thing. So that is the Retro Freak. To me, it's really cool. I think competition in any way is good. But the question is, what systems do you like to play? If you really love the PC Engine or the Super Graphics or the TurboGrafx 16, this is obviously an alternative for you. If not, again, this is not cheaper than the Retron 5, so that's what you have to balance. If you're thinking, you'd have to be like, do I want a Retron 5 or do I want a Retro Freak? And that always comes down to what systems you're going to play, what's the main system you want to collect for, maybe, or play. Then that comes down to which one you want to get. Again, I've always loved the TurboGrafx 16. I have fond memories of playing when my friend had one, but I don't own a single TurboGrafx 16 game right now. I always want to try PC Engine, and I think that's a really cool addition. But the question comes down to, are you willing to pay that much for this console? Are you willing to pay for the adapter if you want to use the original controllers? And obviously take the risk of what actually works for what on the console. Like, maybe the TurboGrafx 16 Super and PC Engine support is amazing and it supports like all the games, but maybe the Game Boy doesn't. These are one of the things we never really know. Like how, when these systems jam all these consoles into one box, you wonder how it's all going to work. But what do you guys think of the Retro Freak? Are you interested in it? Are you not interested? Are you like, I have a Retron 5, I'm happy? Maybe you have a Ouya, you're happy. I don't need to buy this console. That's really what it comes down to. Or maybe you just like the originals. You're like, you know what? I own the original. I don't need to get this console. For me, this console looks cool. It'd basically be something, if I had the money, if I bought one of these, it'd be something to basically put in the upstairs, basically upstairs, to play my games upstairs. Because I mainly play the retro games down here, in the CRTV, or obviously the newer systems on the HDTV. That'd just be what I'd get it for. Again, for people who maybe want to record in HD and they have like maybe you record with a Podge or whatever and Elgato, and maybe you got one that only goes through HD, then this might be an ability for you to do that. Again, some reasons, just what you want to do. So what do you guys think of the Retro Freak? Again, I think competition is good. I think the more that brings retro games, or the accessibility of people to play retro games they never played before, is a good thing, especially for the younger generation. When I go to like my local Mega Replay and our big retro store that sells the Retron 5 and other systems, Retron 3, and the kids buy that for the first time and get to play consoles they never experienced and games they never experienced, is a good thing. Again, to be able to pass the games on to a younger generation or anybody who wants to play is a good thing, in my opinion. And so, love to hear your guys' opinions like always. I'm done talking about this for now, guys. I'll make another video soon. Later.